Hello guys, and welcome to a new Homeworld 3 video today by me, Vulcan. A big thanks to Gearbox Publishing for sponsoring this one. Homeworld 3 is out now, and you can check it out using the link in the description below. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to know on the new game mode, War Games, which is a separate game mode to the campaign or skirmish. So what is War Games? War Games is a brand new 1 to 3 player co-op mode that fuses real-time strategy gameplay with roguelike mechanics. As you play through a series of missions, your objective is to build up your strength by creating ships and collecting artifacts, which then augment your ships or unlock new ones. Depending how well you do during your missions, you are rewarded with experience, leveling up your profile to a current maximum of 35. I have heard that this will likely be increased in the future, but this will unlock new artifacts and starting fleets that will change the way you play next time around, a sort of meta progression system. The idea behind War Games is to provide repeatable, systematic mechanics that you can keep coming back to, while still remaining faithful to the Homeworld universe. So where do you start? First of all, you need to select a fleet. You are limited at first, but as you level up you can unlock more. You can see there are many different fleets, even those with incarnate ships. By selecting one, you are given a set amount of ships and artifacts that complement the selection. For example, the Strikecraft fleet is balanced and has predetermined artifacts, whilst the Recon fleet starts with fewer ships but more resources and allows you to choose your initial artifacts. Dependent on what you are offered and how you'd like to play, you can select the appropriate augments. A current favourite of mine is the bomber fleet that starts with torpedo frigates. I find massing torpedo frigates a lot of fun, and watching them evaporate waves of opponents is really satisfying. As you move through the missions, you can continue to customize the strengths and weaknesses of your fleet by finding artifact boxes. These unlock the artifacts from which you choose your augments. They will either be hidden, found around the environment, or given to you for completing objectives. You may also want to pay attention to challenges. These can be found in your profile and will unlock new types of artifacts that can offer more powerful or different augments. For example, by winning a game of War Games, you can unlock the choice of beam assault frigates appearing in artifacts in future attempts. To provide the player with a challenge as they search for boxes and complete objectives, incursions will appear that will bring more enemies into the fray. There is a mechanic called escalation that will increase the number and strength of enemies coming through the incursions over time. So time is really of the essence. You can keep track of this in the top left, and it goes to a maximum of 7. At that point, you're going to have the heaviest enemies coming for you. Make sure you complete those objectives, collect your resources and artifact boxes as soon as possible, or risk being overwhelmed. With that in mind, each playthrough should take about 30 to 45 minutes. If instead you're finding it too easy, try upping the difficulty. There are 10 difficulty levels that progressively add more negative modifiers, making your next playthrough much more difficult. However, this does reward you with extra experience, so choose carefully. The developers plan to really put a lot of effort into War Games, so expect even more content in the future. Their roadmap already includes 3 premium DLC packs, which will introduce new factions to War Games, as well as free updates along the way. I'm personally really excited to see what new factions that they add. If you decide to jump in, here are a couple of tips that will help you in this game mode, and maybe others too. The first is, don't sit around. Keep moving and kiting the enemy, making sure to complete the objectives as soon as they pop up. On harder difficulties, this is very important. Secondly, if you find an artifact that makes you want to switch ship types, but you are already at population cap, you can hold Alt and right click on your selection to bring up a menu that allows you to actually retire units. This way you can recycle your resources and instead build the new ships that you actually want. This menu is actually really useful for other things than retiring. You can also use this menu to scuttle your ships if you fancy it. Overall, I've been thoroughly enjoying Homeworld 3 so far, and I think Wargames is a great addition. I've had fun playing it with some of my friends, and hopefully you will too. Just a reminder, Homeworld 3 is available now. You can check it out using the link in the description below. Thank you again to Gearbox Publishing for sponsoring this video. Hopefully you've learned everything you need to know about Wargames from this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.